IUIC has secret GMS disciples in their organization. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Wakakwadash. And I put that came up with that title because I wanted IUIC to be in the title along with GMS. This video is based on a video that I checked out last night that Apostle Gabar had put up concerning an individual that was a part of IUIC on the West Coast, and I believe he said that he got kicked out because he was teaching that the mark of the beast is a microchip. And so when they found out about it, they basically said, and you can watch the video where the man actually speaks and he gives praises to GMS. You should give praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. You know, we don't want pictures on the walls and whatnot, okay? Anyway, you watch the video, you get, if I remember, I'll put the link in the description box. But if you go to Apostle Gabar's page, you'll be able to see the video. I think the video was put up yesterday. Anyway, you don't just have casual students that are part of IUIC that believe it. You have top, well, at least I know one leader, which is Ayathan or Bishop Deacon Ayathan, the very tall brother. He's been going back and forth with myself and Apostle Gabar, and even Apostle Rhymelab, because we were out there, and he came up with a avatar of Paul Kersey, but I believe he had Paul Kersey 1, Paul Kersey 2, because we took down the previous, we deleted those pages, but he finally came up with Paul Kersey 4 GMS, which is definitely a son of the IUIC, and he's up there, I would guess you would say, in the top 5. He's up there, maybe 3rd in command, 2nd, 4th in command, or whatever. He's one of the top. He's part of the leadership of IUIC, and me and him have gone back and forth, I don't know, for the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. And he came out and he said that basically that we were right, that the mark of the beast is the microchip. It doesn't make sense for it to be Christianity or an embargo or whatever they say. But this is the statement that he made. So what comes to mind? It says in the scriptures, know the state of your flock. So you're supposed to know what's going on within your organization. Not that I have this mind where I can think and I know exactly what's going on with it. No. If somebody in GMS is teaching something contrary to the true doctrine, which are the scriptures, breaking the scriptures down and understanding the scriptures the right way, I'll know about it, because he's going to open his mouth to somebody and it's going to filter right to myself and the leadership, not just us, the apostles, but even among the elders from the various states. There was a situation, I believe that had to be the Passover of 2014, and one brother, great brother, I'm not going to mention his name, but he's a great brother. He had pulled me to the side and said that somebody was teaching about the tribe of Dan, and that the tribe of Dan is a part of the tribe, and I believe IUIC is teaching that. I don't know, but I heard something about that, so I don't know. I'm not going to accuse them of anything that I don't have proof on, but I do know that you have members, high-ranking members, that believe that the mark of the beast is the microchip, and that the image is not a picture of Caesar Borgia, which Bishop Nathaniel teaches. So when you do your sit-downs in your palatial school, you got in the particular one individual at least that's in his mind, he's Nate is going off. He's clearly going off, and that's from pride. And then this is the same thing that Nathaniel, or Bishop Nathaniel, as his title is, did more than 20 years ago at the house of David, where first when they had those councils, those emergency councils after the split, we would be getting ready to go to camp. Oh, you can't go to camp, there's an emergency meeting. And that happened for about a month. And I'm like, look, ain't we here to go out on the highways and the byways? And the meeting was on Cornelius. And, ultimately, after the splits, and by the way, that the weakest Israelite group out there is by far the HODC, because those members were there, and they didn't say a goddamn thing. They just did. They basically fixtures on the wall, and they weak ass. Not saying that I hate them, but they're fucking weak. You know, if you're a coach of a NBA team, you know the state of your team. You know whether that particular team will make the playoffs, or you say to yourself, they're only going to go so far until I get some true star players. And that's how you build teams up. If you know about basketball, I'm not fully in the hoops, but if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me. You basketball fanatics. The weakest team gets the first pick, and what that does is they'll get, I don't know if it's the first pick, second pick, but what that does is it builds up a weak team because you have ultimately great players. What made the Miami Heat great was LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And then when LeBron James went back to Cleveland, he made that great. So anywhere he goes, he's great. He's LeBron James, if he's a part of a team and he has a great supporting cast, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan would not be great without a supporting cast. Anyway, I I'm going off into something else. But ultimately, a coach assesses what he has to do to make a great team. And to make a great team, you need great players. So he knows that. And he knows that he has to get rid of certain players, put certain players on the bench when needed, and build up weaker players, and players that are strong, build them up, and have a star player and a supporting team. That's what makes a NBA team great. Anyway, a coach should know that. So we are like coaches, the leadership of the different Israelite camps. The leadership should know the state of their flock. Hey, like I'll give you an example. This just come to mind. GMS Dallas. They would be, if they were part of the NBA team or roster, that would be a great team. That's a team that will be a threat. I just mentioned them. I can mention LA. I can mention Chicago. Chicago GMS got the biggest. They got almost 100 members, man. You know, because they have great leadership. Malcolm and the rest of them. I can go on and on, you know, but they're out there every week. You know, people are noticing that. They said one thing about GMS, they're always out there. Summer, winter, fall, spring, they're always out there grinding. Anyway, let me get into this, man. See what precepts come to mind. Anyway, it says here, Paul Kersey for GMS. There's a comment that he made, and there's a video that I put up. Almost 2 months ago. And the name of the video, I Had Fun and the Mark. And you'll see a still of the last Passover that the IUIC had. And you can see Bishop Nathaniel in the middle with the mic in his hand. You can see in front of him, that's I Had Fun. He's the tallest man in the IUIC, and one of the tallest men in Israel, if not the tallest. Anyway, let me come back here. Anyway, the title is I'm sorry, the avatar is Paul Kersey for GMS. The comment is Apostle Elder Tahar. Yes, the mark of the beast is the microchip. You were always right about that. And furthermore, it can't be anything else other than that. And the image isn't a picture of Caesar Borgia. So these are some responses to his comment. As you can see, it says, Shalom Lawyer, warn the congregation about the mark of the beast. Don't sit idle, keeping quiet. Warn Israel and get their blood off your hands. Because if you don't say nothing, and they go ahead to take it, and you had opportunity to say something, and really, to be honest, Deacon I Had Fun should be the bishop. He should be over all of them. He should be over Nate. He should be over Yawasap. And by the way, I know Yawasap. He was part of my camp. Nate was part of my camp. All right? He should be the leader. And it's not about being a leader, man. I don't like being the top guy. All the pressure comes on you, man. You know? Ain't nobody like to be. Yeah, the leadership position is a lonely job. And you make yourself lonely. You make yourself lonely. You know, you don't get with everybody. Anyway, let me read that again. It says, warn the congregation, and that congregation is the IUIC congregation, about the mark of the beast. Don't sit idly quiet. Don't sit idle, keeping quiet. Warn Israel and get their blood off your hands. Very straight to the point. You know, that's you can't get it any more straight than that. And the scriptures say that. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, come to mind about warning them. Why you think we out there week in and week out on the highways and the byways? Why you think we're always putting up videos? Anyway, and another thing, Sarnetta, when it comes to the Israelite camps, guess who's the number one camp in Sarnetta's mind? GMS. This is the next response. Chariot sighting all over. I love that. Oh, that's a good title. Chariot sighting. And that's another thing. That now Esau has the military, the Air Force, the top ranking officials of the U.S. They have recently come to the conclusion that yes, these are beings from another world, another planet, another bunch of planets. And even Lionel on RT said that those may be the chosen people. Because I believe him or somebody else said, what's the relationship between these beings from another planet and the Most High? Or as they say, God. Well, they're the angels. They're the angels. So it says here, this is a comment or response or reply from a chariot sighting all over the world. It says, you're going to be shamefaced in the kingdom if you don't use this time to change up your doctrine and push it to your congregation. There goes congregation. Congregation, good word. The RFID chip is literally at the door. Yeah, because I did a video and I mentioned the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, the 13th chapter, and they took down the video. Because that's the next thing that they're going to push. And we all know the scriptures, Revelation the 13th chapter. You can start from the 15th verse and read down to the 18th verse. Actually, you can read Revelation. You really have to read Revelation 13 verses 1 on down to the end. Then you got to read Revelation the 14th chapter. And it tells you what happens if you do take the mark. So why would the Most High tell you don't take something, but he's not going to tell you what it is? Why are we at GMS saying that the mark of the beast is the microchip, but you have other groups, IUIC, ISUPK, saying that it's not that? Either somebody's wrong or a bunch of somebodies are wrong. And when it comes, guess what? You're going to have a lot of individuals that's going to scramble and they're going to bug out. And this is the last one, Shama Wa'ala, lawyer. And this is a reply to chariot sighting all over the world. Luke 12 verse 47. and that servant which knew his Lord's will. The Lord said in John, I believe it was John, the 4th chapter, the disciples said, we're going to get some meat. You want some meat? And meat to eat. And the Lord said, I have meat you know not of. My meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. So the Lord didn't come to do his thing. If it was up to Yahweh's will, John would be the head disciple, and Peter would be behind him. Why was Peter of higher rank than John? Because that's the order. That's the order that the Most High, the Father, gave to his Son. And then if you really want to go deep, Peter was always at that top position. That was King David. It says, Luke 12 verse 47, and that servant which knew his Lord's will, which knows that the mark of the beast is a microchip, which knows that the image of the beast is not Caesar Borgia, but the Roman system. That's to know the will of the Most High is to teach what the Most High said to teach, and prepared. Oh, and I'm gonna say this too, concerning priest Zabak. He made a video, and he made the statement. He was talking about us, but that's all right. I'm not mad. Not mad at the man. He said, "See that stuff that they teaching? They wouldn't be able to push that over on the elders or the heads." Well, let me say something about the heads and the elders. Where are they? Not knocking them, not talking bad about them, but let's deal with the 7. What are any of the 7 doing right now? They're out the picture for right now, man. So the Most High has to be dealing with a man or a group of men. They're out the picture. Yaikwab's in the spirit world. King Marshar's in the spirit world. Arya is up in age. We don't know what's going on with him. Shah or priest Arya, they're out of the picture. Gazak, you got Lahab. Lahab's teaching that Edomites can make it and other nations can make it, so you know he's bugged out. And you might say, well, where did you get that information? Well, I ran into Lahab about 2.5 years ago, and I asked him point blank, do you believe that Edomites are going to make it? He said, yeah, if they get right with the Lord. And I told him, you were dead. I said, you were wrong. Yeshai and Gazak, we don't know where the hell they are. So who are the heads? Well, the heads will have to be GMS. Not putting myself up on a pedestal or anything like that. Let me read again, Luke 12 verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, the Lord's will, the Father's will, shall be beaten with many stripes. And you got a long back too. Hey, in closing, Ayathan, Deacon Ayathan, which you should be the bishop, or you should be the head, you should be the head guy. You should be the head vampire, not Nate. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. And I know I'm going to get response videos from this and a lot of comments. And it's coming down the wire, man. This is, as Triple G would say, fighting is serious business. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.